Club members. We're down here on the fourth hole for a course podcast. I'm here with Superintendent Cameron Hall.
Thank you.
Welcome, Cam.
Thanks, Matt.
What we'll be going through today is some of the winter maintenance issues that we'll face on a golf course throughout the next 2 to 3 months. We're down here on 4. 4's obviously just been open within the last month, and we want to discuss with Cameron in regards to the bunkers around 4. Cam, quick question. We've had some feedback regarding the faces of the bunkers plugging with the balls. Why is that? Why is that an issue at the moment?
Currently, bunkers are so new that these bunkers the faces are not compacted fully, and it just takes time. Like the same things that happened at 14, 15, 16, 2 years ago. Within 6 to 7 months, they do firm up. It's just a matter of having the sand down, getting some rain and some compaction on them, and they will compact.
Yeah, so it's just basically because they're new. After a bit of time, they will harden up, like we found with 14. 14 had the same issue when we opened it, and now there's not an issue in regards to the bunker face. So this one is just a matter of time before it does harden up. Okay, members, we're down on the 16th green. Looking at the green surfaces, Cam, during winter, members have noticed that the greens are slightly longer than what they are during the spring, sort of summer period. What's the rationale behind that?
We're going through a winter maintenance regime where I've virtually put the greens to bed to try and protect them over the winter for a number of reasons, specifically for cueing on the river. Cue's such a high shade course. Most of the greens here are covered by shade, so it really limits the amount of sunlight these greens are getting over the winter. Because the traffic over winter does not decrease at Kew, we still put the high volume of traffic through. We're not getting the growth in the greens. So if I keep the greens lower like I would in the summer and the spring and put them under too much stress, we'll just turn to mud. Come spring, we'll have no grass on them and we'll be back beyond April.
So the simple fact is that during the winter period when everything sort of goes semi-dormant, the greens are not growing. If we keep them, we try to manicure or manage them through that period. When will we be looking to sort of coming out of that phase? And what they've gone from 3 mil to 4 mil, is that right?
Yeah, they've gone from 3 to 4 mil. So the average, you wouldn't even know by eye. Like probably later in the day, last groups might know. They might be a bit longer, furrier. The average golfer would not even know that they've changed. And our cutting has gone from 4 times a week to 3 or 2, and we'll put an extra roll in. So they're still getting something done 6 days a week to them.
Because we at Kew, we are one of the highest used golf courses pretty much in the state, with up around 50 to 55,000 rounds a year. So as you said, the traffic doesn't decrease during that winter period, so we just need to keep them a little bit longer just to keep them throughout the winter period without too much damage.
Exactly, there's too grass on them. And just with the lack of sunlight and lack of air movement through these greens, it's a continual problem we just have to manage. We can see here standing on the 16th green on how much impact the beautiful river redguns and the trees actually have on sunlight to the greens. Like it's 1:30 in the afternoon and virtually 80% of the greens covered in shade. So it shows there's not much sun coming in this green.
Okay, Cam, sticking with the 16th green, questions have been raised in regards to pin positions, and other than going with the theme of the US Open being played this week, what is the rationale on keeping the pins basically out of the centre structure of the greens?
So Matt, really my thoughts during the winter is to try and keep as much traffic off the green as possible. So try and get them on and off in the quickest possible way, which means virtually keep them close to edges and entry exit points to greens, and virtually keep them in different spots to where traffic is usually during the year.
So by putting them more towards the centre of the green, you are impacting on more of the green most of the time.
Exactly. So I'm just trying to keep front corners or back corners, or just where people can walk straight on off, so we're keeping foot traffic to a minimum.
So when a member comes in and the pin's tucked in 3 metres on the green behind a bunker, there is a method to the madness, and not just the fact that the superintendent's out to get the ball. Okay, members, moving down to the 13th tee, all members would have noticed all the works happening on the 13th tee and in front of the 13th tee. Cam, can you please explain what's actually happened with the 2 tees and what's happening in front of the tee?
So the old back tee virtually stayed the same. It's moved about 2 metres across closer to the river. So that is virtually still playing the same tee as previously. But to the left of that, closer to the river, there's an extra tee being put now, which really changes the hole and brings it more into a dogleg formation. Combined with that, there's a new track coming down the right hand side of the tee, and then it goes in front of the front tee. and heads across to the river. So you've got a different direction there to walk for that reason, to alleviate traffic.
Yep.
And a few different movements. And the front area, the carriageway, is all going to be drained in the coming months and just reseeded just to grass it out.
So the front area of 13 has traditionally been quite a wet area of the course. So by putting in that track and moving carts and traffic away from that front area, one, we're keeping traffic off a traditionally wet area. Secondly, we are draining it, so it's going to improve that whole space. Cam, when do you envisage the 13th tee being ready for potential opening?
Probably in the next 3 to 4 weeks, weather dependent.
Yep. Okay, Cam, we're on the 10th green to talk about one of the other winter maintenance issues, and that's ropes around the greens and in approaches. Obviously, members don't necessarily like ropes out on the golf course, but they are necessary. And why are they?
Specifically at the moment, with us trying to grow in so many areas of new turf, which is immature, and with the high levels of traffic we've got, we're just trying to again alleviate traffic in a manner where we can get it off the turf and off the weak areas specifically.
Yeah. So in those particular areas, yes, although they might be in spots that may seem annoying to members, they are there to serve a purpose. So by all means, if you have to play a shot through them, put down the ropes, but please make sure you actually put them back, because they are serving a purpose. They are keeping relatively immature grass and turf where we're nurturing those through, so we're trying to get the best result out of those grass. So just be aware that yes, the ropes are there, they are serving a purpose, so if you do remove them, please put them back. Moving on to our next topic, Cam, is the irrigation. We have just finished the first hole and the 9th hole. Whereabouts are we at? What's the next hole, and roughly how long have we got left to go?
So we've got 6 holes left on the course, plus driving range and 2 putting greens.
Yep.
So we've got 10 to 11 weeks left. Next week there'll be no works on any fairways done. We're doing a couple of mainline intersections where we've got to go to different parts of the course.
Yep.
From there we're going to the 10th the week after, and then down 14, 15.
14, 15, yep. And then that
gives us 3 more to do after that.
3 more to do after that. So it's not going to be long. So the estimated finish time is around about the middle of August.
Middle of August.
Still on schedule. Then all the course, the irrigation works and the greens renovations will be done, which would be great. Members, thank you for your time today. Thank you to Cam for taking us through some winter course sort of maintenance issues. We'll be back again soon. Happy golfing.